The Valeton GP-200 is an amazing piece of kit. It has 140 amps and cabinet simulations, 100 stomp box effect pedals, 20 factory cab IR slots, 8 foot switches, a built-in expression pedal, an effects loop, 2 XLR outputs, 2 1/4-inch outputs, etc., etc., etc. The Valeton GP-200 came out in December 2021, but I purchased mine a few weeks ago, and while there are a lot of demonstrations and reviews out there, I wanted to focus on the flexibility of the foot switches. On the app, click the wrench to open the settings. The GP-200 allows the connection of an external expression pedal, a single foot switch, or a dual foot switch. For my use case, I selected the dual foot switch mode. For the foot switches that are built in, the GP-200 has 3 different modes: patch mode, stomp mode, user mode. Patch mode is the default mode, which has the focus for switching between banks and patches. Stomp mode has the focus for switching between patches and turning on or off individual effects. User mode is about customizing the switches for your preferences. Out of the box, user mode is not configured, but is very easily accomplished by using the drop-down menus. Here is the current user mode configuration that I'm using. I can move up and down between banks, I can switch between 4 presets in a bank, and I can configure up to 4 different scenarios for turning effects on and off on any patch. I can also use my external dual foot switch to navigate between patches. This is hopefully an easier to understand view of my custom user mode. I also have access to functions by combining foot switches. As an example, I can start and stop the drums and navigate up or down the different drum patterns. Here are my preferences for setting up the control switches. On a few patches, I add multiple effects. For example, I sometimes combine a distortion pedal with a noise gate. For each patch, you can customize which effects are turned off or on when you press the Control 1, 2, 3, or 4 switch. When a foot switch is enabled to be a control switch, it toggles between yellow and red to show its different states. I've configured my control switches on each patch to be yellow when they are off and red when they are on. When I navigate to a patch, I can quickly tell the state of each control switch. For this example, I can see that the pre, distortion, and modulation are disabled, and the delay is enabled. If I step on foot switch 2 or control 2, the light changes from yellow to red, and the distortion effect is enabled. soon.